So we can start today after a quite long holidays. Hope you can catch up again with the study. We continue chapter 6. We now discuss heat treatment. Is a processing treatment which is applied very widely, not only in dairy processing, dairy industry, but also in food processing in general, right? So why do we do heat treatments? What is the main objective of heat treatment? Okay, to destroy microorganisms, to inactivate enzymes, to make the product safe. So you need to destroy especially pathogens. To extend the cell line, then you destroy not only the pathogen but other spoilage microorganisms as well. So the main objective of heat treatment is what? Is to make product safe to eat, and then to make product with an extended cell life, to generate convenient products which is ready to eat, ready to be served. Okay. So we have a short introduction before we go into discussion the 4 heat treatments which are applied in dairy industry: thermization, pasteurization, sterilization, and UST, ultra high temperature treatment. Thermization, I think we saw this concept not long time ago, where it is applied and why it is applied. Okay, it's a mild heat treatment just for a further storage of raw milk after receiving into the factory. If you want to store the raw milk for a period of time, then we need to do thermization. The objective is to destroy psychotrophic bacteria. We'll see again. Okay. And pasteurization and sterilization, which one has a higher heat impact on the product? Sterilization, which one then will give us a longer shelf life? Which one will give product with lower nutritional value? Sterilization. We destroy more microorganisms, we have a longer shelf life, but then we also destroy more nutrients as well. This is more convenient, but then of course we should have some disadvantage. And then UST. UST means a heat treatment with a very high temperature, which is carried out for a very short or very long time, very short time, in seconds, not in minutes. Sterilization, then you fill the product first. We do filling first, and then we do heat treatment. And normally for sterilization, then you would do above 100 degrees C for quite a long time, 20 to 40 minutes. Why we need this long time? Because we doing the sterilization after filling. The products now had a size already, so we need long time for the heat to transfer, for the heat to destroy microorganisms that we target to destroy. It takes time, right? And the temperature normally 109 to 115 degrees C for sterilization of milk. This is the normal range of temperature. UST, then we do in seconds. In order to do the heat treatment in seconds, then you do after or before filling. Before filling, when the milk is still liquid, when you still can pump the milk. You pump it very fast through a heat exchanger. For example, you heat it up at very high temperature, can be 138 to 148 degrees C. And the time now is around like maybe 2 seconds to 10 seconds. It's quite short. Okay, because we can do at very high temperature, means that we can do for a very short time. Then what is the advantage of UST compared to sterilization? We preserve or we maintain more nutritional value. We will see more in detail. Now we go to the third part. Heat treatments are applied very often in dairy industry, not only in dairy industry, in generally food processing as well actually. And then heat treatment can be carried out on intermediate products, but can be also on end products. End product means after heat treatment, then you are done with processing. But intermediate product means after heat treatment, you still can do other steps. Like after pasteurization, you do spray drying to make powder, for example. Or after pasteurization, you do fermentation to make yogurt. Then it's done on intermediate products. The general objectives to destroy all or part of microorganism depending on the processes that we applied, and to inactivate more or less complete system of enzymes. For enzyme we use the term inactivation, but for microorganism we use the term destruction, because microorganisms are living organisms, so we destroy or we kill, but enzymes are components, so we just inactivate their activity, right? And then what do we need to care? We need to optimize any heat processes and heat treatment that we apply in a way that we destroy what we want to destroy, what we need to destroy, but we should retain or preserve as much as possible nutritional value and sensorial quality. Okay. So if we are wise enough, if we are intelligent enough, we can do this. If we are not very much intelligent, then we destroy everything. Destroy what we should destroy and also destroy what we should maintain. But when we are even worse, then we destroy what we should retain and retain what we should destroy. So those are the three options that if we have enough experience, we have enough knowledge, we can do the way we wish to do. Now we go to the first heat treatment, thermization. Thermization is a mild heat treatment. Mild means just kind of low, not very strong. Performed when? Immediately after the reception of raw meal into the factory, then we store the raw meal to have enough the volume before we start processing. Many times when people receive the raw meal into the factory, they don't process right away because they need to have enough volume first. That's why they need to do this. And then this is not a final heat treatment. Not a final heat treatment. Why? Because it will not give a safe product. It is always followed by other heat treatments during processing. And what is the objective of thermization? Destroy psychotrophic bacteria. What is psychotrophic bacteria again? Okay. Psychotrophic bacteria actually love to live at average temperature 20 to 30, but it can still multiply quite fast in fridge condition, in chilling conditions. The typical group of this one is Pseudomonas species. So a typical candidate of psychotrophic bacteria is Pseudomonas. This is a spoilage bacteria in milk. This one is able to grow in cooled milk, as we already mentioned. The bacteria is not heat resistant, okay? But there's one very important practical issue that this bacteria group can produce enzymes, and these enzymes are very heat resistant. It's not inactivated easily by heat treatment. And then these enzymes can limit the cell life of milk products, especially UHT milks. UHT milk and sterilized milk, the both processes destroy similar level of microorganisms, but UHT had much shorter cell life, only 6 months. Sterilized milk has 1 year cell life, and the main difference is because enzyme from Pseudomonas, from psychotrophic bacteria, is still active in UHT milk quite a lot, we will see in the relevant slides, some next slides. The proteases and the lipases can also cause rancidity. There are two mechanisms of rancidity, or two types of rancidity: hydrolytic and oxidative rancidity. And the enzymes will cause hydrolytic rancidity of fat and oil. And what do we need to remember as well are the conditions of thermization. The temperature 60 to 65 for 10 to 20 seconds. When we do like this, means that it is carried out before or after packaging. Before this is just an intermediate step, so of course you should not pack before you do. So you do with a heat exchanger when you can still pump the liquid milk, and the temperature is 65. The time is also not too long. After thermization, do we need to bring back the milk to below 40 degrees C, or we can store at room temperature? We need to chill the milk down, because we of course do not destroy all microorganisms with these conditions. Of course, we only kill a small group of microorganisms. Thermization, can it destroy spores? No. But here they believe that thermization is good in terms of, like, the thermization will stimulate the germination of the spore. Of course, this heat treatment cannot destroy the spore, just stimulate it to germinate into living cells. And then the subsequent heat treatment will destroy the living cells. And then it will give, that's why they say, will give positive effects. Positive for us, of course.